Hunter Jacob Rockefeller. In a world where you can be anything, be fun for real. Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Too Hot to Handle Season 5, Episodes 1 through 4. So if you haven't watched them yet and you don't want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. Two quick notes. I created a Discord server. I figured us TV and movie stands might want to converse in a better way, and YouTube isn't really set up for conversation like that. So of course, feel free to leave a comment if you would like. And if you want to converse further, I will see you over on Discord. The Discord link is in the description box. Lastly, because my channel is primarily TV show and movie commentary and reviews, I wanted to take a moment to be vocal about my support for the writers and now SAG-AFTRA, who are currently on strike right now. I 1000% support writers and small actors getting paid what they deserve, because obviously it is a huge industry. I mean, we're here talking about it. And yeah, I stand with them. So the way I'm gonna do this video is I'm gonna talk about the cast individually. I'm gonna talk about the couples that they broke off into, that drama, and then these new couples. And then I'm gonna talk about what's coming up next week. Now y'all be claiming that y'all not signing up for Netflix, but they have enough prize money to be giving people 200K, so y'all must not be canceling those subscriptions as fast as you claim you are. So it was clear from the beginning that favors were being chosen. For the girls, it was Elise, and for the guys, it was Louis. I keep wanting to say Louis, but it's Louis. Elise even made a statement about the fact that because all of the girls like Louis, they could split days, and it was giving very much, my man is my man. I heard that's her man too. You take Wednesday, Thursday, then just send him my way. Okay, so when I first saw Louis, it was definitely giving daddy sorry, daddy sorry. You know, like he's hot and he knows he's hot. He also has a British accent, which I feel like bumps you up like 10 extra attractive levels. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm American. But then he was like, I don't have a type. And I knew right away he was gonna be an F-boy. So Alex. At first I thought Alex was a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like him, but I feel like if I dated him, I would be like, oh, like stop talking babe, just be cute, you know, like he's eye candy. When they were still on the yacht and he was trying to shoot his shot at Elise, he was like, I give my entire heart and soul for girls who are blonde. And Elise is just sitting there with her brunette eyebrows like, I'm not blonde, but go off, king. Okay, on to Inspector Gadget. I mean Dre. So in his intro, he said he's in his glow up era, and I love that for him because I kind of feel like I'm in my glow up era too, you know. And I get what it feels like to be someone who used to suffer from ugly duckling syndrome, because I definitely think I did. So shout out to him for being in his glow up era. But he cried tears of sadness when he found out that he was on Too Hot to Handle, like real life tears. And the next day in his confessional, he looked like he had been crying all night. That being said, his entire attitude changed when he found out that the prize money was $200,000. He said he has 10 siblings, and I know he could use that money, so yeah, he really is Inspector Gadget. He's like, y'all better not be doing anything, and if I find out you're doing something, it's going down. Now, because this is my first time watching this, I actually don't know how the prize works. Do they all split the prize at the end, whatever it ends up being, or does one of them get it, or like, I don't know how it works. If you know, please tell me so I'm not lost this entire season. Isaac. So he's a banker, okay, Wolf of Wall Street, and I think he may be a little bit of a mama's boy, but I don't know. Hunter. So Hunter is the surfer. Immediately when I saw him, I was like, he's a basic white boy surfer in LA. Like if I went to Venice Beach right now, by the time I stepped out of my car in the parking lot and walked onto the sand, I would encounter about 50 hunters. He's a basic white boy. And I'm not even about to get started on these damn tuna sandals. Like, he said that gets him girls, but it's giving you don't know how to buy real shoes and you're a grown-ass man. So I don't know if he would be getting me with that. Christine. Now this is gonna come as no surprise. Christine is gorgeous and she absolutely knows it. On top of that, she's really confident. So she's kind of batting 100. I actually don't know any baseball terms. She's doing really well. She has the natural hair, which y'all know I love. It's right there in my channel name. We all saw right away that Hannah saw her as competition. When she first walked up and she was looking at her and introducing herself, Hannah immediately was like, girl, I knew that she immediately saw her as competition, and knowing how everything unfolded, I guess she was right. Hannah. I like Hannah. Now, I have a feeling Hannah is not going to be a fan favorite, but I really do like her. I think she's very pretty, and I think she's fun. She was getting her little twerk on at the beach party. Like, I think she's a fun girl, and she's pretty. Louis referred to her as Ling. I think that's how it's pronounced, which I think is UK slang. I had to Google it. But so you don't have to, it basically means something or someone that is super, super attractive. So he thought she was super attractive from the very beginning. Courtney. I love Courtney. She made it very clear up front that she wasn't just a pretty face. She said she's a businesswoman, and I'm here for that. She also mentioned being kinky and then starts talking about handcuffs and blindfolds. Now, I might be telling on myself, but that's definitely giving vanilla. I mean, maybe vanilla bean, but it's definitely not kinky. Can I be completely honest without getting too rah-rah about race? I was worried when I saw that Courtney was the only brown-skinned woman, because I feel like we, brown-skinned women, never get that gaze that other races of women or even other lighter skinned black women get. We don't get that gaze from a lot of guys, so I was worried when I saw her. And that's why I was really happy when Isaac immediately was drawn to her. I'm rooting for everybody black, always. Megan. I feel like I didn't initially have any thoughts on Megan, except that she kind of seems a little ditzy. I don't know, the jury's still out on that, maybe I'm wrong. They mentioned up front that she likes tall, dark, and handsome, so that immediately took Hunter out of the running. Elise, again, she was a fan fave. And for me, she seems like a basic blonde girl. And actually about that, both Hunter and Alex keep mentioning that they like blondes, but Elise has platinum blonde hair and brunette eyebrows. She's not even a natural blonde, so I'm really not understanding what they're talking about. Unless she has naturally platinum blonde hair and brown eyebrows. Maybe that could happen. Anything is possible. And let me be very clear that I'm not hating on her appearance. I'm not gonna hate on anybody's appearance, so that's not my issue. My issue is them saying that they like blondes when she's not a blonde. Now, she does have this duck off tattoo, and I'm just wondering if the tattoo artist made a typo or something, because what does that even mean? Whew. Okay, let's get into these couples. Now, because of the way that this show is structured, I'm gonna have to group some of these couples into a trouble, because it's just gonna be easier to talk about it that way. So Louis, Hannah, and Christine. Now, Louis had a great connection with both of these women on the yacht. Hannah gave him a little body rub, and I think that ended up being what sealed the deal for her that night, but I could definitely see the chemistry between those two. Now, when he was talking to Christine, he had a little booty rub action as well. But honestly, I was laughing the entire time because Christine's hair would not let her be great. That hair was just blowing in the wind and blowing from the yacht, and she just had to keep moving it. It was funny to me because been there. So after promising 3 different women a spot in his bed that night, Louis decided to sleep with Hannah. And for the first few days, they were going strong. I was like, okay, y'all might actually go far. But apparently I forgot what show I was watching. And really, I should have known better because Christine looked so pissed off waking up next to Dre. Like, she was seething. And the way she was eating that banana, I already knew it was about to go down. I'm a little stuck on Christine if I'm being honest. I can't decide if she's giving jealous girl vibes or if she's just so confident that it's like, okay girl, go for what you want, you know? I'm not gonna say sis is a complete red flag, but the red flag is creeping up on her, and depending on how she act next week, she just might get the full thing. To be honest, I actually thought at first that Louis was getting a little annoyed with Christine. He was like, I'm good with Hannah, like I'm good with Hannah, and she was just trying. I think she kind of wore him down. Not that it took much, but he likes that aggression. He wants someone to be confident, so I think that ended up working out in her favor. When they were down at that beach and he was like, I'm rocking with Hannah, and she was like, am I supposed to care about that? Okay girl, listen, your man. I'm not fighting with you after you say no words like that. I knew once those words left her mouth that all bets were off. Christine does not give a 1 fuck, 2 fuck, red fuck, or blue fuck about anybody's feelings on this show. Now, after everything was all said and done with this situation, both of the women were like, oh, he gives me the ick. But then we know he ended up with Christine anyway. I knew right in that moment, if I didn't know before, that he was an F-boy, even though he kept claiming that he wasn't. We all know he is. But Christine is petty and competitive, so she slept with him anyway that night. But one thing about something that goes around, it's gonna come around. Isaac and Courtney. I'm really rooting for them. Even though episode 4 didn't end well, I'm still rooting for them. I'm like, girl, he's playing you, so F him. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Like, she wore her bonnet to bed with him first night. That has to count for something. But he said the one thing that was gonna get him was a Latina woman. And lo and behold, that's exactly who showed up. And I knew right away when I heard Yasmin's name that she was gonna be Latina, because Yasmin is a Latina name. I mean, Isaac switched on Courtney quick, fast, and in a hurry. He didn't waste no time, no second thoughts. He was putting his arm around Miss Girl. Like, yeah, he wasn't even trying to hide it. I can't say it's a complete red flag because they did all just meet, but yeah, he did her wrong for sure. Okay, now I have to put all 4 of these people together. Hunter, Elise, Alex, and Megan. There's just so much overlap in this situation that it doesn't make sense not to put them together. So we know that in episode 4, Alex decided to leave Megan, who, let's be real, he never really wanted in the first place. And some of y'all already know how I feel about people who want to pick somebody as their backup. I hate someone to be a backup. Baby girl, you're not the booty piece of the bread. Like, stand up.
Y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up!
But I digress. He left her and went to Elise, who he really wanted. And after that baseball game, I felt so bad for Megan. It seems like she is, for lack of a better word, used to losing to women who look like Elise. These blonde-haired white women. So that baseball game definitely brought up some unhealed trauma for her, and I just hope that she's able to get past it. Hunter and Elise ended up together initially, and they were actually the first couple to break one of the rules. But we could all tell something was off. And that's mostly because Elise kept saying that something was off. End of the day, I'm sorry to say this, but Hunter is really just a pretty face. I am so sorry, but bro doesn't have a lick of game or personality. I feel like we see that happen more often with pretty girls, but he's definitely the boy version of that. When they were on that beach date, and he was like, yeah, I took this girl on a date that I think every woman should go on once in their lives. And it was a coffee date. I was really just like, Hunter Jacob Rockefeller. In a world where you can be anything, be fucking for real. To me, I feel like Hunter is going to get the bare minimum and nothing else. So, red flag for him. At the end of episode 4, we end up with the prize at $146,000. So if my math is correct, which is often not, but I used a calculator, so I think it is, they lost a total of $54,000 within these first 4 episodes. And for some reason, it feels like it's just getting started. Because I don't know if y'all feel this way, but this show is built very different. I didn't know that they would be introducing new people, and then in that sneak peek for next week, they showed us that they would be introducing even more new people. They love to keep these people on their toes, that is for sure. So we don't know what Christine and Trey, the new guy, decided on their date, but they left us on a cliffhanger for that one, so we'll find out next week. Before I go, I created a Google Doc for you to request videos that you want to see from me. Of course, this channel is mine, but I am creating videos for you. So if there's a movie or a TV show you think I should watch or you would love to see me review or do commentary on, feel free to send it my way via that Google link. No pressure, it's just there if you ever want to use it. I'll be here for the next couple of weeks with commentary on each new batch of Too Hot to Handle Season 5. And I also think I'm going to do commentary on Love Island, which I've also never watched. But apparently the new season is coming out on the 18th. Now from the research that I've done on this show, it has like 40 episodes. So we're going to be talking about it for a while. But yeah, I think I'm going to do it. It starts right around when Too Hot to Handle is over. So it'll work out perfectly for me being able to film it. But let me know if you're interested in that or not. If not, then I won't do it. If you want to keep in touch outside of this video, subscribe to my channel or see me over on Discord. The link is in my description box. And I will see y'all here next week. Subscribe. Get my flags. I didn't get my flags. I didn't get my flags. Basically, it's a show where they get a bunch of hot, sexually liberated. Okay. Zoom out on that. Anything is possible. Leave my shoes alone. You too. Don't follow in his footsteps. Go. I could have or could have not just smeared lip gloss everywhere, but we're gonna go with it. To this triangle with Chris. Sorry. She also mentioned being Kiki. Zoom out on that.
If I'm on your mind, just say that. Brand new Benz, brand new Maybach. Got brand new friends for way back. If you my style, can't change.